It was following Tony's fateful meeting with George Verwer, of which Barbara Ledger told us earlier this evening, that he became involved in several areas of Operation Mobilisation's work. That's an organisation which we've heard of many times, and it seems from the news we've been hearing this time that George Verwer must have spoken here at least once every year. Tony is now on the India OM Council and visits that field at least once a year, and has brought a tremendous ministry of encouragement to many OM workers, building up a relationship with the leadership of OM so that he's always welcome at their policy and strategy meetings where his advice and suggestions are very much respected. His field visits to India and elsewhere are legendary, as Patrick Parris has hinted. It is rumoured that one of Rowena's nightmares is that with all the things that Tony gives away to needy folk that he meets on his travels, he may well come back one day wearing few, if any, clothes. Of all the interests in OM, one of Tony's particular loves within that ministry is the ships ministry. The two ships, Doulos and Logos II, which have crews drawn from many different nationalities. Many are young people, spending 1 or 2 years on board, learning to live together in confined surroundings, receiving Bible teaching, and being instructed in practical Christian living. They receive training in evangelistic outreach in varying cultural situations as the ships circle the globe, spending time in different ports. Tony has encouraged a number of TAB young people to spend time on the ships, resulting in their lives being transformed with a new determination and commitment to Jesus Christ. And we have cause to thank God that he has brought the ships ministry right to us here at the TAB so that we have become familiar with it. When the ships are in port, Tony likes to take groups of tired workers out to meals. McDonald's is his favourite international restaurant chain, born out perhaps from homesickness and nostalgic memories of the days of the TAB pastoral team breakfasts held in the Worthing McDonald's. His incursions into the enclaves of luxury hotels in India with weary OM personnel in order to make use of the swimming pool are sometimes successful, but have on occasion resulted in a somewhat rapid and undignified ejection. Tony enjoys visiting the ships, spending time meeting with the leadership and encouraging both them and all folk on board, ministering collectively at ships gatherings and to individuals on a one-to-one basis. Erica and I remember well visiting the Logos in South America last year, only 2 weeks after a visit by Tony, and the appreciative way that the ship's company were speaking of that recent visit. One of the most memorable visits for both Tony and Rowena must be the time when they were able together to visit Russia on the Logos, very shortly after it became possible to enter that country freely, and for them to be involved in direct evangelism there. Of all Tony's wide interests and love for overseas mission activity, OM ships hold a very high place. It was Tony who introduced me to that ministry, and both I and I'm sure all of us are grateful to God for the way in which we at the TAB have been brought into direct involvement by him.